Welcome to the Share Knowledge article widget. In this demonstration, I will walk you through the version 2 of this widget, which is fully compatible with Orlando and Paris release. First, I will demonstrate the features using this console UI view. But for the record, this Paris instance doesn't have any knowledge management plugin installed, such as Knowledge Management Advanced Installer. It's just the pure out-of-the-box knowledge management application. In a few moments, you will see the difference in having or not the plugin installed. The first thing I'm going to do is to open Knowledge from the self-service. See, now this will open the knowledge bases. We have out-of-the-box 2, and I will open the IT knowledge base, and then I will open the Microsoft Outlook issues. But I'm going to open it in a new tab. So one of the things are not having the Knowledge Management Advanced Installer plugin installed is the form of the URL for the given knowledge articles, which is displaying actually the knowledge number, the knowledge article number on the URL. So this is one of the major changes when you're installing the plugin. We'll see later on how this URL changes from showing or displaying the article number versus the SysID. But now that I have opened this article, Microsoft Outlook issues, you see that we have this Share Article button. By clicking on this button, we would open the widget for the console UI view. So this widget is formed of 3 major fields. One is the share link, which is nothing but the actual URL that you are seeing being displayed in the browser, which is available in this field. So you can actually copy that if in cases where you want to just get the URL and you want to write your own email notification using your email client on your computer. If not, and then the case of having this widget is so that you can send this URL to users from the user table. So you have this second field, which is the add user, where you would be able to pick multiple users. And as you can see, it will display the actual picture profile. And if a given user doesn't have that picture profile, it will just display this avatar, which is an image included as part of this whole package in the widget. And also you can remove if by mistake you added one user that you don't want to send this article, so you can remove it from the pick list. And finally, you can include a text message. So this is just plain simple text. It's not enriched HTML. Perhaps that's something that later on we can include, but for now it's just a simple plain text message. And finally, you have an option with drop down with 2 values. One is for portal URL and the UI console URL. So right now I'm in the UI console, and this is something that you as a user can select which type of URL you want to create. So in this case, I'm going to choose UI console and then hit the share button. By hitting the share button, the widget will close automatically. You'll get back to the knowledge article, and now I will show you what happened with that particular notification. So if you type share article in the navigator and then you open share articles in a table, you will see that we have exactly the recipients I selected, Avel Tudor and Alejandra. And this is shared by me, which is the system administrator. I didn't place any text message, and the URL type is UI console. So the URL type is needed because there is logic behind the scenes that is going to form the exact URL that is going to be sent through that email notification. Now let's open that notification that was sent. So we're going to go to the outbound sent list of email notifications. And if I just filter by created, so the last one, right? This one is exactly what we just sent. On the subject line, we have System Administrator, share knowledge article, Microsoft Outlook issues with you. These are the recipients, Alejandra and Avel Tudor. So if we preview the HTML body, this is actually what we get. So this is the Microsoft Outlook issues knowledge article hyperlink, and this is actually working. If I click on it, then it will open that particular knowledge article. And right below, if we would have entered the text message, it would have been displayed here. So we'll do it in a minute when I run this demonstration for the service portal. So this is how simple you can share a knowledge article. Now let's see what we need to do in order to enable this share article widget in the service portal. So I'm going to open the portal. I'm heading to the knowledge base. Then go to applications. I'm going to open the same one, Microsoft Outlook issues. Now notice here that we don't have the widget anywhere, right? So we have just the out-of-the-box widgets here, and the only one visible at this moment is the most useful. So what do we need to do? We need to add the share article widget for the portal into this knowledge article view page of the portal. How do we do that? We just maintain Control key, press, and then right click on the mouse. And then we select Page in Designer. So we're opening knowledge article view. Just make sure it is KV_article view, right? And then we're going to search for share article widget, and we just drag it. So what happened here? This page is in the SNKM portal application, but global is your current application. Okay, so what we need to do is to change the current application to become Knowledge Management Service Portal. So we're attempting to modify this page, Knowledge Article View, which is part of the Knowledge Management Service Portal application. And currently I'm in the global application. So in order to add properly the widget, I need to go back and select the Knowledge Management Service Portal application. Now I have switched. I go back again to the page designer. I'm going to reload the page. I'm going to pull again the Share Article widget, and I'm going to drag and drop it right here. Now, because we're in the same scope, now we have added the widget. So it's the Share Article, and it's actually the same set of fields and options and the Share button. Okay, and as you know, the page will be saved immediately. So now, if I go back to the service portal in this particular knowledge article and I refresh the page, now we have the widget. And this widget is exactly the same as the other widget. The only difference is that the first widget for the UI console is a UI page, which is rendered using an overlay. And here in the service portal, this is actually a service portal widget with all the artifacts, Angular, and all those kind of things that you know needs to be developed for a widget in the service portal. So I can do the same. If I want, I can copy the URL if I want to send that email through my email client in my computer, or also I can start picking up people from the pick list, and I can add as many as I need, and you start seeing how this widget gets bigger and bigger the more I select users. Okay, so this is the Share Article in Paris. So I'm gonna drop that text message. Now I want to send the portal URL because I want these people to see this knowledge article from the portal. And I'm gonna click on share. See here the difference. Once I hit the share, the entire widget form gets reset. That means the bucket list or the pick list here, it's empty, as well as the text message. Okay, so I'm gonna head back. I need to again go to global application. So I will instantly refresh the Share Articles table. And now you see that I have this, this new record based on the same knowledge article. Okay, and just let me open that form for you. So it's a very simple form. We have the knowledge article, we have the text message, we have the recipients, who shared it, and the URL type. Okay, if I go once again to the mail and I see the emails that has been sent, I get to see the latest one, which is sent to these 3 people. I preview the HTML body, and that's how you get it, right? So we have the hyperlink to the portal, we have the text message, and if I click this one and I open it, so is the portal view. One very important thing that I will show you later in this demonstration is that all this logic behind the scenes is working for the out-of-the-box service portal, which has this name, SP. So make sure that if you're implementing this widget in a different portal with a different name suffix. So just make sure you update that particular piece of code, and I will show you in a minute where you will have to do that. Now let me walk you through on the application module that is available for administrators for this share article widget. So if you type share article, so you will see this application module available. So these are all the artifacts. So tables, scripts, privileges on the cross scope, and everything related to enable and make it work this particular widget. So let me get started with the main component, which is this share articles table. So as you probably notice, this table is an extension of the parent table called import set row, which is an out-of-the-box table provided by ServiceNow. Now, why am I using this table extending from import set row? Remember that as per the ServiceNow subscription model, after March 2019, contains platform capacity for customizing and or extending the ServiceNow applications. In other words, ServiceNow will bill if you have more custom tables created from scratch. However, ServiceNow is encouraging customers to use exempt tables instead of creating new custom tables from scratch. Those exempt tables are excluded from the custom table count, meaning that they would not bill you for having those extended tables. Any of these exempt tables can be extended up to 1,000 times. So you have big room to create these extended tables. And an exempt table at the end that has been extended from these out-of-the-box tables, like the import set row, remain as an extended table. So this is why I'm using this particular import set row parent table, which I'm extending to create this share article table to be safe with that subscription model. And it's just a single table with just these additional fields. The next thing I want to show you is the share article email notification. So this is tied to the share article table, and this is going to be triggered at insert. The recipients coming from the table are the ones who are going to be notified, and the content, well, is very standard. So it is showing the short description of the knowledge article, who's sharing this knowledge article, and the plain text message, and also the URL of that given knowledge article. In order to build that URL, we're using this KB article link, which depending on what we selected, portal versus UI console, it will build the appropriate URL for the notification. And this is the part in which you will want to modify if you're implementing this widget for a different portal that is not the out-of-the-box SP prefix. So if you have a different portal, just make sure you're modifying this script to match to your service portal prefix name. Now for the UI console, we have the widget created using a UI page called Share Article. So the important thing here is the way we are collecting the information from the form that you have seen and how we're parsing the URL. So it is important because when the out-of-the-box knowledge management is just the only thing we have available and no additional plugins has been installed, then we have to look for this given value, the sysparm article, in order to bring the knowledge article number. In the cases where in your instance you have knowledge management plugins installed, so you would have the SysID instead of the knowledge article number. And if you're not able to find this, it means it is the portal one that we are being parsing on the URL. That's how we get either the knowledge article number or the SysID of that given knowledge article. And then we're using Glide Ajax to send the information to the backend, and so we can create that given record on the shared article table. So in order to do that, we have this script include shared article util client, which is taking those parameters coming from the UI page, and then it is inserting a new record in the u_share_article with the information coming from that UI page. So in the case where we have a knowledge article number, the prefix is KB. Otherwise, then we are receiving the SysID, and so we're assigning the value. Also, we're assigning recipients, the URL type, the text message, and the shared by. And so we insert that new record. Just a little bit more on this script is the getUserPhoto function, which is actually pulling the photo profile for the given user that we are selecting. If you saw in the widget, whenever I select a name, it is pulling the picture from the profile of that given user. And if there's no picture at all, it will use default avatar in black, and just so in the demonstration. So these are the main artifacts that are the enablers of this widget, but in order to have this functioning in the knowledge article view page in the UI console, we have to modify one of the out-of-the-box KB view article UI script. If you just type share, so you will look for shared article here, in which we are just registering the click event, a shared article handler. If I search again, so we get to see here the shared article show. And here is the handler. So this is like an event, a function that would open this UI page contained in an iframe. This is pretty much, I'm using here a lot of out-of-the-box code that was available here as well. So this handler, this event is when you're clicking on the button in the knowledge article page. When you click the button, it will open the UI page and render the widget. Okay. And how do we actually enable that button? Is through this UI macro. It's an out-of-the-box UI macro KB view command header toolbar. So here as well, if we scroll down, we get to see this line of code that it was added. It's just a button in HTML, share article, and this actual button is the one that is going to trigger that event. So I got register in that UI script KB view article. So these are all the artifacts you will need for the UI console to enable this widget. For the service portal, there is another widget just for the service portal called Share Article. So remember that this widget is part of the Knowledge Management Service Portal application. Okay, so we have here all the things that we need. So we have the HTML, which is pretty much the same as the UI page. We have the CSS. We have the server script, which is actually creating the record in the backend in the user article table. We have the client controller with all the events for the Angular application and parsing of the URL. And finally, we have this link that actually manage the rendering for this widget when the page is loaded. And because this is an scope application for Knowledge Management Service Portal, and we are accessing other resources, other tables behind the scenes, we need to create cross-scope privileges for these given tables at the global scope. So we have to create these records for Knowledge Management Service Portal scope to target the shared article table, the sys attachment table, the live profile table. These two are used for the sys attachment is used for the images that I will show you in a minute, which are the images loaded that the widget is using. And this live profile is the table that contains the user's profile picture, in which we need to query in order to pull that image from the user. And finally, of course, we're selecting users in the widget, so we have to have that read permission in this scope application. The last thing I want to show you is that when you have installed this plugin for Knowledge Management Advanced Installer, the URLs for the knowledge articles change. So you can see here these plugins are installed. If I head back to knowledge, then open the same Microsoft Outlook Issues Knowledge article in a new tab, you see the difference, right? So now we have the sysid number using this prefix instead of, if I go back to knowledge, in this instance where I don't have those plugins installed, and I open the same knowledge article, so we have the knowledge article number, KB and all nines, so with a different prefix. So this is the main difference in having or not those plugins installed. Okay, so just something to notice. And of course, this widget will work for either of these approaches, whether you have those plugins installed or not. It will look for this particular prefix according to the case, and it will parse the URL so that the exact URL is being sent over email. So that's pretty much it. So this is the share article widget. Hope you enjoy it and hope you can use it with your own customers. Feel free to modify it and make it useful as per your custom requirements, and just let me know how it goes and if you enjoyed this as much as I did. Thank you very much for watching.